I love when I am traveling and I can meet up with people from our group. Now, last minute, my husband asked me if I could take my daughter to Indianapolis for a soccer tournament. I immediately said yes in hopes that I might meet up with one of our members in the Insider Secrets Club. So when we met at Blaze Pizza, and I mentioned to Sonia George that the only student I had on Sunday was 2 o'clock and that I was going to pull over to teach my student and head the rest of the way home. And she said, wait, you're going to teach in your car? And I said, yes. And she said, I would love to see that in action. So today's video is in honor of Sonia, so both you and her can see how to work while traveling. Now, in this video, I'm going to share how to make money while road tripping with your online tutoring business. My name is Joanne Kaminsky, and I have been tutoring reading online since 2010 and helping kids all over the world improve their reading. And I've worked with kids in Australia, Brazil, London, Dominican Republic, Canada, India, China, Japan, and all over the US, including Alaska and Hawaii. And besides working with kids from all over the world, I have the capability to teach kids in all kinds of unusual situations. I have taught while driving to vacation spots, hotels, the beach, at conferences, and at my mom's house when we go home for Christmas. I've taught while camping, and it's not uncommon to see me teaching in my car while at my kids' soccer practice. I have learned a ton about what the best setup is in all of these situations, and will share those tips with you today. Now, first, I use my phone as my hotspot. Where is the hotspot found in an iPhone? Well, if you go to the settings and choose personal hotspot and turn it on, then you're going to look for Bluetooth connections on your computer and choose whatever you've named your phone. And you should recognize it. Then you're going to check to see if you have internet working. And if it is, you're all set to start your tutoring session through Zoom, Skype, or Google Hangouts. I prefer Zoom to work with all of my clients. Then my session goes exactly the way it would if I were teaching from my home. All of my students' materials are on my computer. Next week, I'm going to share how I love my Surface Pro 4 and how sometimes I use 2 to work on the computer. But when I'm traveling, I only use 1. And one thing that I have learned is that it's better to use my personal hotspot than any public free Wi-Fi. Maybe the future free Wi-Fi places will get better, but for now, those services are really meant for people who want to look things up on the internet. They're not meant for the kind of power you need to run Skype or Zoom. So the call will usually lag behind or frequently drop on you. And this makes for an annoying session for both you and your student. I have found that even in hotels, the Wi-Fi is not strong enough to hold a successful session without issues. You may spend a little bit more for your phone for the month, but it is better than canceling your student and not getting paid when you travel. Another thing that I have learned is that if my husband is driving and I want to work with a student, it works okay about 50% of the time. Once in a while, you will have students that are doing their tutoring while on the road, and it will be a little bit more glitchy, but I personally would rather that their side be more glitchy than my side. So my best advice for when you're traveling is to pull over to a gas station, make sure your hotspot is working in the area that you are, and then begin working. And the flexibility that teaching while bringing my kids to soccer games, traveling, or even while on vacation has truly made online tutoring a dream job for me. I don't have to be stuck in a stuffy classroom working 10 to 12 hours a day. I can teach where I want, when I want, and how I want. I have even taught students while I've been camping. Some campsites have terrible Wi-Fi, so you will want to do your research ahead of time. I have taught my students from inside a tent, and they think it is so cool to see all the different places that I'm traveling, even if it's the orthodontist. That's right, I have tutored in doctor's offices and other appointments. People think it is so cool that I can literally teach from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Now, if you've liked the information that you've learned in this video, please hit like, subscribe, and that little bell so that you can stay informed when the next video is released. Now, I know that some of you are wondering, Joanne, how do you get students from all over the world? Well, they actually find me, and I'm going to be doing a webinar called 3 Secrets to Get Online Tutoring Students. Click the link in the description and join me for the next one. I love the freedom and flexibility that online tutoring gives me, and I know that you're going to love it too. My name's Joanne Kaminsky, and here's till next time.